Hello students, welcome back to my online class. Myself Prem Prakash Shukla, your mathematics teacher from Lakshmi Prasad Memorial Public School, which is situated in Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. Dear students, today we are going to learn and solve exercise 2.2, and I will solve the questions of exercise 2.2 and I will explain also the process. So in exercise 2.2 the questions are related with subtraction. In exercise 2.1 we have studied about addition. The questions are related with addition. Now in exercise 2.2 the questions are related with our subtraction. So in subtraction what we have to do, we are going to find the difference between the two numbers. So our first question is, work out the following subtraction problems and check your answer. What we have to do, we have to work out the following problems, subtraction problems, and then we have to check our answer also. So for checking the answer we have to use addition method, and for finding the answer we have to subtract the numbers. And you see 4-digit number, first number is 4-digit number and next number is 3-digit number. So 3-digit number is easily subtracted from 4-digit number. So what we have to do, first we have to start subtracting it from ones place. So here you see 6 is not subtracted from 0, so that's why we have to borrow 1 from the digit immediate left to it, and it is also 0, and then immediate left of that digit is also 0, and immediate left of that digit is 1. So we have to borrow 1 from here. So when we borrow 1 we get the result as here 10, 9, 9 and 0. Now when we subtract 6 from 10 we get 4, and when we subtract 5 from 9 we get 4, and when we subtract 3 from 9 we get 6. So our answer is 644. And now we have to check the answer is right or wrong. So what we have to do, we have to write the answer first, that is 644, and now we have to write the number below this, that is 356, and we have to do addition, and we have to add both the numbers. So 6 plus 4 10, 1 is carried out. So 5 plus 4 9, plus 1 10, again 1 is carried out, and 6 plus 3 9 plus 1 10. Now you see, by adding the both we got this number. So in this way, when we add our answer and the number we have subtracted from the given number, so when we add we get the first number. So when we get the first number, that means our answer is right. So in this way you can subtract the given numbers and you can check its process also. And you can check its process also and you can check its answer also. Now we come to question number next of question number 1. So question number 2 is, again we have to work out the subtraction problem and we have to check the answer. So the question is written here, and our first whole number is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digit, and our second whole number is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can easily subtract 4-digit number by 5-digit number. So we have written it vertically, and now what we have to do, we have to start subtracting from ones place. So here 2 is not subtracted from 1, so we have to borrow 1 from here. So when we borrow 1 from here, we get, it becomes 11. Okay, and now here it becomes 9, and here it becomes 5. So now you see 2 is easily subtracted from 11. When we subtract 2 from 11 we get answer as 9. And when we subtract 8 from 9, we get answer as 1. And when we subtract 3 from 5, we get 2. And when we subtract 4 from 7, we get 3 and 2. So in this way, our answer is 23,290. So first we write our answer, that is answer is 23,219. So this is our answer. So by subtracting we get our answer 23,219. Now we have to check our process is correct or not, our answer is correct or not. So for that we have to write the number first on the top, that is 23,219, and then now write this number below it, that is 4,382, and do the addition process. And when we add, we get this number. If we get this number, that means our subtraction is right, our answer is right. That means 9 plus 2, 11, 1 is carried here and 1 is carried here, 1 is written here and 1 is carried here. 8 plus 1, 9 plus 1, 10, 0, again 1 is carried here, that is 3 plus 2, 5 plus 1, 6, so and nothing here to be carried, that is 4 plus 3, 7 and 2. So you see the answer is 27601 and here see 27601. So in this way we can check our answer by this process. So in this way every time you do subtraction you can easily check the answer also, okay, by following this process. And remaining question 3 and 4 you attempt by yourself by following this process. Okay students, now we come to question number 2. In question number 2, you see the question is check if the following subtractions are possible in the system of whole number. Do you know when the subtraction is possible in the system of whole number? So the condition is if A and B are two whole numbers, then subtraction is only possible when A is greater than or equal to B. That means if two numbers are given, then the subtraction is only possible when the first number is greater than or equal to the second number. If the first number is greater than the second number, then also we can easily subtract. And if the first number is equal to second number, then also subtraction is possible. So the conditions are, if two whole numbers are given, then in the system of whole numbers the subtraction is only possible when the first number is greater than or equal to the second number, So, and can you do so by just looking at the numbers? Yes, we can easily do by just looking at the numbers, because if the first number is smaller than the second number, then no subtraction is possible in the system of whole number. You see in question number 1, 2385, and question number 2, 2835. Now you see when we compare both the numbers, the first number is 2385 and our second number is 2835. So you see 2385 is smaller than 2835. So when the first number is smaller than the second number, then subtraction is not possible. So we can write no, not possible. Subtraction is not possible. So we have to write not possible. Subtraction is not possible. Now, and in second number you see our first number is 67,236 and our second number is 65,236. And we easily see our first number is greater than second number. So in that case subtraction is possible. When the first number is greater than the second number, then always subtraction is possible there. So we easily subtract, that is 6, 7, 2, 3, 6. Subtraction sign 6, 5, 2, 3, 6. Now we start subtracting from ones place. When we subtract 6 from 6, we get 0, and when we subtract 3 from 3, we get 0. When we subtract 2 from 2, we get 0. And when we subtract 5 from 7, we get 2. And when we subtract 6 from 6, we get 0. So in this case, subtraction is possible. So students, make it clear. First, In the system of whole numbers, subtraction is only possible when our first given number is greater than or equal to the second number. If the first number is greater than or equal to the second number, then subtraction is possible. Otherwise, subtraction is not possible. So in the same way you can do question number 3 and 4 also, and you easily do it by looking also, because by looking you know which number is greater, or if the first number is greater and second number is smaller, then you do subtraction, because subtraction is possible there. And if the first number is smaller and second number is greater, then no subtraction is possible in the system of whole numbers. So you can write no subtraction is possible. Okay students, now we come to question number 3. In question number 3 you see the question is find the missing digits in the following subtraction problem. We have to find the missing digits in the following subtraction problem. And you see the digits are missing here, and we have to write the digits to complete the subtraction problem. And also here also we have to write the digits to complete the subtraction problem. And you see for this subtraction process we have to write the digit 7 here, and for this subtraction process we have to write the digit 3 here. Now you see, when we subtract 7 from 5, it is impossible to subtract 7 from 5. In that case, we will borrow 1 from the number immediate left to it. Yes, so it will become 15, and this digit will become 5. So in that case, now 7 is easily subtracted from 15. When we subtract 7 from 15, we get 8, and when we subtract 2 from 5, we get 3 as a result. So in this way, the missing digits in question number 1 are 7 and 3. And now in question number 2, you see 6. The first digit is 6. Sorry, the first digit is 5, and the second digit is 9. Now you see 8 is not subtracted from 3, so we have to borrow 1 from the number immediate left to it. So when we borrow 1, it becomes 13, and this number becomes 8. And now when we subtract 8 from 13, we get 5, and when we subtract 4 from 8, we get 4 as our answer. So in question number 2, the missing digits are 9 and 5. So in this way we can easily find the missing digits, and we can complete the subtraction problems. I hope the process is clear, and the remaining question number 3 and 4 you do by yourself. Okay students, now we come to question number 4, and question number 4 is say what time it will be. We have to say what time it will be: 5 hours before 2 p.m, 8 hours before noon, and 4 hours before 7 a.m. Now for that we have to make a clock here. Just you see, a clock is made here, and 5 hours before 2 p.m means 2 बजे से दोपहर के 2 बजे से 5 घंटे पीछे का समय, यानी 5 घंटे पीछे का समय. तो उसके लिए हमको पीछे जाना होगा. सो फॉर दैट यू सी this is 2 o'clock, so 2 p.m. So 5 hours before 2 p.m. is, so we go back, that is 2 hours, 2 o'clock to 1 o'clock, that is 1 hour, and 1 o'clock to 12 o'clock, that is also 1 hour. So 2 hours time, and 12 o'clock to 11 o'clock, that is 3 hours time, and 11 o'clock to 10 o'clock, that is 4 hours, and 10 o'clock to 9 o'clock, that is 5 hours. So 5 hours before 2 p.m. is 9 a.m. So our answer is 9 a.m. So the time 5 hours before 2 p.m. is 9 a.m. Now in question number 2, 8 hours before noon. So you see 8 hours before noon. Now noon is means 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So 12 o'clock in the afternoon means we have to go back 8 hours. Yes, before the time. So from 12 o'clock to 11 o'clock 1 hour, 11 o'clock to 10 o'clock 2 hours, and 10 o'clock to 9 o'clock 3 hours, and 9 o'clock to 8 o'clock 4 hours, 8 o'clock to 7 o'clock that is 5 hours, and again 7 o'clock to 6 o'clock that is 6 hours, and 6 o'clock to 5 o'clock that is 7 hours, and 5 o'clock to 4 o'clock that is 8 hours. So 8 hours before noon is the time 4 a.m. So we have to write 4 a.m. So 8 hours before noon is 4 a.m. Now our third question is 4 hours before 7 a.m. Now 4 hours before 7 a.m. means subtract 4 from 7. When we subtract 4 from 7, we get 3. That means 3 a.m. So the time before 4 hours before 7 a.m. is 3 a.m. So in this way we can easily find the time, or we can easily say the time before a given time. You see 5 hours before 2 p.m. we have easily find that is 9 a.m. and the time 8 hours before noon is 4 a.m. and 4 hours before 7 a.m. is 3 a.m. We can use this clock method also to find the time, and we can do subtraction method also. Both the methods are used to find the time before a given time. So in this way some questions are remaining in question number 4 also, that is question number 4, 5, 6. You can easily find the time before a given time with this process, and the remaining question in question number 1, question number 2, question number 3 and question number 4, you all attempt the question in your PC copy in a proper way. Okay, so till then have a nice day. Okay students, and thanks for watching this video. Thank you very much once again. Thank you.